Picture a neighborhood cafe called Harbor Bean and a CSV file that just landed on your desk like a dare. The owner does not want a fancy dashboard yet. She wants to know which drinks actually pay the rent. Stay with me because this is how real data work begins: a messy table, a human question, and Python waiting in the kitchen. That file has drinks, quantities, prices, tips, weather, and a simple weekend flag. Your job is not to collect library trophies. Your job is to pick the right station for each question. Today we will walk 8 Python libraries that cover almost every data analysis task you will meet this year. We will use one running example the whole way so you can see how the tools handwork to each other. And I will read the code line by line the way I would at a whiteboard if you were sitting next to me. Think of these libraries as stations in a cafe kitchen, not as a shopping list you must install tonight. NumPy is the cutting board fast number grids with almost no labels. Pandas is the prep table rows, columns, and names you can actually read. Matplotlib is the sketchpad where you draw a chart yourself, mark by mark. Seaborn sits on top of that pad and styles statistical charts so they look finished. SciPy is the lab scale test that asks whether a difference is real or just a noisy afternoon. Stats models writes the formal report: regression, coefficients, and a story you can defend. Polars is the industrial blender for big tables, and Plotly is the interactive menu board the boss can hover on. Quick comedy because I have lived this with you. Excel's wonderful under the workbook grows tabs named Final, Final V2, and please use this one copy. Analysis. That is a scavenger hunt with formulas. SCSV plus Python is not a war on Excel. It is how you stop losing the truth in tab 17. Let's start at the cutting board, NumPy. Almost every serious data library in Python sits on NumPy arrays underneath. An array is a grid of numbers that shares one type, so math can run in one fast sweep. Open a cell and write import numpy as np. That line loads numpy and gives it a short nickname, np, so you do not type the long name all day. Next, prices equals np array, and inside the brackets we place 4 drink prices. And that call builds a numpy array from a Python list, so the numbers now live in a tight grid. Array with the matching quantities sold that morning. Revenue equals prices times qtype. That star is not a Python for loop. NumPy multiplies item by item in one vectorized breath. Print revenue. Mean tells you the average drink line, not by hand, by a method on the array. Print revenue. Sum adds every line, which is the morning till in one number. Why does this matter? Because Pandas, Seaborn, and CP all lean on the same fast grid. You will not live in raw NumPy all day, but you should know the cutting board is there. Now the station you will live at: Pandas. Pandas gives you a data frame, which is a labeled table like a spreadsheet with superpowers. Import pandas as PD. PD is how the whole community writes pandas, and the file name is Harbor Bean Sales. CSV. Read CSV opens the text file, sniffs the commas, and builds a data frame with column names from the first row. Printdf head shows the first 5 rows, so you can eyeball whether the load even worked. Never model, never plot until you have looked at the head. That is the habit that saves careers. Printdf shape tells you rows and columns like counting cups before you brew. Printdf types shows each column's type dates, numbers, or text you still need to clean. ISNA. Sum counts missing values per column because empty cells lie more than wrong cells. Now new column df revenue equals df day times df price. That line does not loop. Pandas aligns the 2 columns by row and multiplies just like NumPy, but with names. Groupie date, then revenue, then sum. Groupie date splits the table into one bucket per day, and sum folds each bucket into a single till total. Weekend equals df where weekend equals 1. That filter keeps only Saturday and Sunday rows, so you can compare them with weekdays later. Groupie drink, qtie, sum, then sort the values with ascending equals false. That one chain asks which drink sold the most cups, and it prints the ranking you can take to the owner. Pandas is not one magic function. It is verbs: read, look, make a column, group, filter, sort. If you only learn one library today, learn Pandas well enough to trust the table. Everything after this, charts and tests, is just asking a clear question of the same data frame. Matplotlib is the sketchpad. Import matplotlib. Pyplot as plot loads the plotting interface most people actually use. Pplot is a state machine. You add a line, then a title, then you show the figure. Plot kind equals line, marker equals O. Because daily is a pandas series, that plot method borrows matplotlib and draws revenue against each date. Title sets the headline the owner will read in one glance: Harbor Bean daily revenue and pleat. A label name the axis so a stranger does not have to guess the units. Tight layout tucks labels in so nothing gets clipped at the edge of the figure. Show opens the window, or in Jupyter parks the chart under the cell. You control every mark. That is slower than Seaborn, and that control is the point. When a chart must match a brand guide, Matplotlib is the station you stand at. Seaborn is Matplotlib with taste and statistics already in the recipe. Import Seaborn Assassins is the usual nickname, like salt in a kitchen you trust. Set theme makes the default grid and fonts less ugly before you even pick a chart. Data equals dfs equals drink, y equals qt, estimator equals sum. That bar chart adds up cups per drink and draws the comparison the owner can see from the counter. Data equals df, x equals weekend, y equals tip. A box plot shows the middle, the spread and the odd giant tips without you calculating quartiles by hand. Sense heat map on a pivot table turns weekday versus drink into a color grid like a busy stove map. Notice the pattern. Seaborn wants a data frame, column names and a question. You do not draw rectangles yourself. Use Matplotlib when you need custom ink. Use Seaborn when you want the statistical story fast and pretty. SciPy is how you ask, is this difference real? From SciPy import stats brings in the statistics toolbox inside SciPy. Lock where weekend equals 0, then the tip column. Weekend tips is the same idea for weekend equals 1. 2 samples, 2 stories. T-test in weekender tips, weekday tips equal var equals false. T-test end is a 2 sample t-test. It asks whether the average tip differs between those two groups. Equal var equals false is Welch's version, safer when the two groups do not share the same spread, p. The p-value is the punchline. How surprising is this gap if weekend meant nothing? If p is tiny, you have evidence, not just a vibe from the bar chart. Will not replace pandas. It sits beside the table and checks your claim. When the owner asks why tips move, you need more than a t-test. You need a model. Stats models. Formula. API-SMF loads the formula interface, which reads like a sentence. OLS, and the formula is tip tilde qt plus weekend plus rain. OLS means ordinary least squares, the classic straight line regression you can explain on a napkin. The tilde says explain tip using quantity, the weekend flag and rain. Fit actually estimates the coefficients from Harbor Bean's rows. Summary gives you coefficients, standard errors, and p-values in one formal sheet. Read the weekend coefficient first. That is the average tip change on Saturday and Sunday, holding the other terms still. If rain is near 0 and messy, you can tell the owner weather is not the villain this month. Stats models is how analysis becomes a claim you can defend in a meeting, not a screenshot of a chart. On a 10 million row export, it can feel like stirring soup with a teaspoon. Polars is a modern table library written for speed with a lazy engine when you want one. Polars SPL. Read CSV, same Harbor Bean file, but Polars owns the memory layout now. Then we chain with columns Q times price, L as revenue. With columns adds the revenue column without scattering temporary variables across your notebook. Group web by drink ag revenue sum, sort revenue descending. That is the same ranking you wrote in pandas, expressed as a pipeline Polars can optimize. You do not have to abandon pandas. Many teams clean a sample in pandas, then run the heavy job in Polars. When the file outgrows your laptop's patience, Polars is the industrial blender. Teach. Interactive charts let a manager poke the tools. Express SPX. Express is the high-level door perfect for analysis, not web apps. Daily. Reset index x equals date, y equals revenue. Reset index turns the grouped series back into a small table plot you can see as columns. Title equals daily revenue, so the figure carries its own headline. Show opens an interactive chart, hover a day, zoom a bad week, screenshot the dip. Bar and facet charts with the same idea, data, X, Y color. Plotly is not where you clean data. It is where a clean table becomes a conversation. The owner a link, not a 12 slide deck of JPEGs. Let's put the kitchen in order, because tools without a sequence become noise. Load with pandas or polars if the file is huge. Shape, types, and missing counts every single time. Shape the table, new columns, filters, groupie. Draw with Seaborn or Matplotlib, then test the claim with CP or stats models. If someone needs to hover, finish in Plotly. If someone needs a paper, finish in stats models. In Jupyter Notebook, each of those steps is a cell, and the chart sits under the code that made it. That is why analysts love notebooks the story, and the evidence stay in one scrolling conversation. Keep cells short. One idea, then a result you can see. Restart and run all before you trust a notebook because leftover variables lie. Visual Studio Code can open the same notebook or a plain Python file when the recipe is stable. Here is the same Harbor bean recipe as a script your teammate can paste. Imports first, load second, inspect third, then revenue, Groovy, a Seaborn chart, and a t-test. Notice we never jump to a model before we have looked at the head. That order is the lesson. Save the script, pin the CSV next to it, and you can rerun Monday's numbers without hunting tabs. So what should you actually install this week? And Seaborn. That trio answers most cafe-sized questions. Add NumPy because it is already under your feet, and CP when a chart starts an argument. Reach for stats models when someone asks why, polars when the file gets heavy, Plotly when the meeting needs a hover. When the next CSV lands on your desk, do not open tab 17. Ask one sharp question, walk to the matching station, and let Harbor Bean's table speak in a cup you can serve.